Yes. Of course, if we have anything that does not go into these first 7, then it will be categorized under others. Yes. But those are very rare areas that others will be there. And in others, it's just an added advantage, yes, to emphasize. But our request is that you choose any 3 of these 7 in areas of financial reporting, auditing, taxation, financial management, management accounting, and then insolvency practice, information technology. All these areas are purely applicable in most of the areas, if not all. You will find 3 or 4, if not all, they are applicable. You find most areas like in accounting firms, you find these. You find those who are working in banking, most of these. Even in not-for-profit, most of these. You find in public sector, yes. So give it. Manufacturing, most of these areas or sections are applicable. So what we encourage you is, if you are, for example, an accountant, financial accountant, yes, of course, if you're a financial accountant, we expect you to really having issues, managing issues of, or coordinating issues of taxation, issues of, okay, if you have financial reporting, taxation, and maybe information technology, because we have systems at our places. These days, accountants are not doing work manually. Every place of work or every area you're going to do, either consultants or whatever, there must be a system. At least that is the area that each and everyone who is documenting at least may not miss. If you are in accounting, accounting practice, that is the audit firm. Yes, auditing and then information system, information technology. Those 2. Yes, on addition to other areas, financial reporting, because you can't be an auditor when you don't know financial reporting. Yes, certain bits, financial management, taxation, give it. If you're auditing in manufacturing, clients, cost management accounting, it is very applicable. So these are practical areas that you will document. So choose any 3 of your best, the preference where you feel comfortable. Yes, and then go area by area. Yes, you'll find that most of us may not miss number 1, financial reporting. Yes, and each of these sections, areas, has subsections. For example, financial reporting has the executing accounting process. Accounting process, the cycle of accounting. Yes, it is really about 5 steps or so, depending. Yes, source documents, you go to journals, you prepare the ledgers, you go to, extracting a TB, try balance, and then final accounts. And all these are guided by accounting principles, measurements, basis, then standards, and give it. The standards will include the international financial reporting standards, the international public sector accounting standards, standards for small and medium entities. So that is the area, applicable standards you choose depending on where you are. Yes, and then document. Determine the external reporting policies. Yes, and expectations of the entity. Each of the entities we are, where does it fall? What are the requirements in terms of legal, in terms of, if it's a donor, yes, what are the donor requirements? If it is public sector, all those may go under that. Then how are the reports required? Prepared according to the section. So financial reporting will have some of these areas. Otherwise, the sections are very many. When you go to auditing, yes, at least we interact with auditors. If we don't have internal auditors, we have at least external auditors coming once a year, or those interim audits that people may make. So you can interact with them as much as possible. And during this process, you can learn something and you can document. You may not be a focal person, but in the interactions, this is the practical thing we are looking at. What have you learned from this kind of audit? More so if you're not practically, doing external audit from an accounting firm, you from the client's side, yes, from that manufacturing company, from that bank, from that SACCO, from that primary school or secondary school, yes, from that sub-county, what can't you get some information? Can't you get some hands-on through those interactions or through the audit that is going on in your area and then document here? Yes, these are some of the things. If we find it is very hard for you, there is taxation. At least most of us are doing a lot of taxes. Returning issues of taxes, income tax, VAT, give it. How do you register for taxes? Yes, issues of compliances, filing, and so many others. So I don't think you can fail to get areas to document. So on that matter, we are going to pick a few and then demonstrate. Remember, in this, during documentation, yes, you don't need to overwrite. Use a lot of past tense. The grammar is very, very important. Don't show us the future. And we are not so much interested in the present, but we are interested in the past. What is your experience as far as this area is concerned? So write in the past form. Report to us. What did you do as a person? What did you do? Depending on your position, yes, it is very hard for you to do everything. But we know as time runs or goes on, you are able to get everything. Then the other thing is, let's go to an example. I go to execution, financial reporting. I go to cash book management, cash book and bank reconciliation. There is an area of receiving and recording receipts, which shows pending. That means she documented something. Paying and recording payments, not attempted. Bank reconciliation is not attempted. Banking and banking procedures, not attempted. So cash security, not attempted. Managing petty cash. So you choose any. At least for the juniors, those in the junior position, let's say accounts assistant, senior accountants, senior accounts assistant, and then before you reach the accountant, yes, most of us are involved through the banker reconciliation. So I'm going to take that as one of the areas. So what you need to do is before you compose that part there, before you compose the message, that is the first part. There is perform an action, there is update the start and end date. Now, be careful with the start and the end date. I'm going to start with that one. The start date will not always change, but the end date can always be updated because I can start the practical experience in 2025, but it goes on. So my start date may be today, but I'm documenting what I've covered in the past. Yes. but I'm starting now document. So that date may not change. The end date will always adjust as long as I'm still in the practical experience training or I'm documenting the log. So be careful. For those of us who completed some time back and have been having these things in practice, you need a minimum of 3 years to be eligible. 3 years period of practical experience training. So look at a date that is not less than 3 years up to maybe now. So if we are in 2025 November, so 2024 November at the beginning, yes, that was 1 year. 2023, that is another second year, and 2022. So we expect minimum recovery at the end of 2022. So we expect 2022, 2023, 2024, and now 2025. So that at the end of this December this year, the 3 years are covered. Because you can't document this in just 1 day or 1 month like that. We expect that it will take time. Yes. So within that next month, you'll have completed to document the what? The practical experience training, which is a minimum of 3 years. But you are free to go even up to 2020, 2019, like that. So note that a minimum of 3 years practical experience training, it must be documented. When you document less than 3 years, the scores may not really cover the minimum requirements of 100% for each area. And it will cause you to extend, because we said the start date will not change. Yes, it is only the end date which will change. So you can continue extending to accumulate that time that is required. So that section scores up to 100%, as we shall say. When I come to perform an action, it goes to request. Yes, request comes from the mentee or the person who is documenting this practical experience training, and is requesting those areas. You tick in any of those that you feel like you want. So currently, first one, requesting for assignment of a mentor. We encourage you that you look for the mentor you feel can support you in this process. Otherwise, if you are from, let's say, Ginger, and we get someone from Arua, yes, who is free, who is willing, how are you going to really be supported? Some of these items may require you to physically meet. Yes. So for now, this first one, we are not providing mentors to mentees. So look for your mentor, and then at registration, we will be asked to submit the mentor's FM number, and automatically everything is profiled and the details will come. Then request a change of mentor. That one we can always do. Of course, you can go to this area and click it. Of course, a notification will come to us, and of course, you suggest in this part here. You type the message. Whom are you suggesting? Yes. You say, I request to change. You are requesting to change. Just write specifically what you want us to help to change to who, because we already know the one who is there. Let's say assume CPA. You are requesting to change to CPA John Bosco. Yes, John Bosco Mugabe. Then you put FM, the FM number, FM 4577. So when you click this, yes, the message, and then you say save, that notification will come to us. Yes. And then we shall just go and update that and put it there. So that is it when you are doing that. Other things, they are request organization replacement. We are not doing that. Normally what we do in this, if there is a request to us, we publish or we send you emails with adverts. So please, if you're not having somewhere to really have hands-on, we encourage you to try out those adverts we normally post. Of course, very many of our colleagues have got them, those opportunities. Then request a change of organization, all those. Notify about change of organization. So that is it, that part. Now, after that, we come to the part of documentation. As we said, what you need to do first is update, start dates. I'm looking at those who start. Let me say, I can take 20. The calendar is here. You can scroll and see which year do you want. Yeah? Let's say, okay, 2019, June. Yes, at the end of June. This one, the person is starting document, regardless of whether you completed the course or not. Yes, we are looking at that person. So, let's take, okay, 2020. Okay, let me take 2020. Yes, June 2020. Okay, and then at the end of June. Okay, so that date. This end date, I said it is dependent on when you did that work. But we assume that the work you had somewhere, it is still knowledge built on. Don't just do one thing and say, I end there. Try to cover a period of 3 years, yes, minimum. So if I was in an organization, let's say I was in an audit firm for about 1 year, yes. What do? I can record that part. If the days do not reach do not really score that 100%, I always come and update the end date. So I'll come here and update the end date. So end date, supposing I put today, yes, which is that, I can easily come back to that end date and update. I update the end date. You will find that when you come the start date, this option of updating is not there. So with this end date, you can always adjust. Yes, I can always change it to backwards. Yes, I say maybe I use, let's say 2024, I use 2023, depending on what you feel like. So I put that date, 2023, I update. Unlike with the start dates, it doesn't have. So those are some of the challenges people may or will find. So now let's go to the real thing of composing the message. So in terms of bank reconciliation, what did you do? Yes. And this is dependent on the role you were holding, the position you were holding at that time. Yes. Were you accounts assistant? Were you a senior accountant? What were you? Were you the accountant? Yes. We are assuming those areas because these are done by such people. So in this process of bank reconciliation, if you are the accounts assistant, yes, what did you do? In bank reconciliation, we look at the bank statement and the cash book. Yes. So as an accounts assistant, you do both items, the cash book and the bank balance. Yes. In case they are not balancing, which is always a normal thing, that they will not be the same, we reconcile. So what was your responsibility in this reconciliation? Maybe being an accounts assistant, your work was to look at the cash book. So in the cash book, what was your role in that? Of course, your role is to always record transactions, cash transactions in the cash book. Yes, transactions in the that qualify to go in the cash book. That is the cash transactions, bank transactions with the also the discounts that could have either been paid or received due to either payments or receipts of what. Okay, in terms of bank reconciliation, yes, a cash book must be actually compared with the banker statement to see if the transactions in the bank are really in the cash book, but particularly the banker column of the cash book. Yes, so you go on comparing and contrasting to see where could be issues. Yes, is it an error? Was it a wrong posting? Was it an undercast, overcast? What was it? Was it an element of unpresented checks? Was it uncredited? What was it? So if you are the one in charge of the cash book, so tell us, in the bank column, your work was to update the bank balance or the cash book balance with the bank balance to ensure. How do you update that? Your work was to ensure that the transactions in the cash book in the bank column appeared in the banker statement. As simple as that. So as far as bank reconciliation is concerned, you can document and say compared you as a person. So assuming I'm the one documenting, I will say I compared the cash book balance or cash book transactions cash book transactions. Of course, we are looking at brackets. We are looking at the banker column, the bank column, cash book transactions, that is the bank column. I compared with the banker statement. And this, you compared the cash book transactions in the bank column with the banker statement. Now, when you compared, what happened? You were comparing to do what? What was the reason? My reason was to identify and correct any DC. We are looking at discrepancies or call it variances, yes, call it differences, whatever. Use the most suitable word, simpler word you can use. Okay, let's say correct any differences and correct, we need to identify and correct any differences. Now, we need to be very careful of the tense. Yes, I compared the cash book transactions, the bank, when you put bank, someone will understand, with the banker statement to identify and correct any differences Yes. Is it okay? Correct any differences. Simple as that. That was your role. Right together? And when you correct the differences, what happens? Is it okay? The differences help help what? The bank to help or to enable the cash book and banker balances to agree at a particular or given what? At a particular period or time. We are looking at that. You have documented. Compared the cash book transactions with the bank statement to identify and correct any differences to enable the cash book and bank balances to agree at a particular time. So, which particular time? You may do a reconciliation daily, you may do it weekly, you may do it month, depending on how transactions, how your reporting system is. But most people do it every end of what? Of month. So you have documented that. So if you have anything that maybe you drafted one of the bankers' reconciliation statement where you did the part that you practically documented and I did that, what you are saying here, you can choose, put it here as an attachment. Someone will review and then will see you as a preparer and then will accept, will reduce the number of questions or issues to raise if especially is the reviewer and your editor, or they will guide you further on what to do. So whenever you finish, you come here to save and update. So click the save and update, and of course it will just a minute. It will update into the system, and of course what it will do is it will go, when we go back to that part, it will show us the scores that we have as far as the scores we have as far as the documentation is concerned. Okay. So members, in case you have any issue, kindly be recording somewhere, and we can always respond to you at the end of the webinar or at an optimum time. I see the time is running out. I want to really go back to another part and then see. UCP Ambrose, confirm if you're able to see the screen.
Yes,
or
I
Joseph,
can see your page.
the documentation.
I'm not, no, I'm seeing you have opened another browser.
Okay. That's the kind of technical. Okay. Yeah. Okay, let me reshare. So, CP Ambrose,
Yes, you can reshare.
I can.
Yeah, you can. It is not yet reshared here.
Just a minute.
Are you attempting to reshare again? Yes, you seem to have. Yes, you can refresh. Okay, yeah.
Yes, CP Ambrose.
Yes, we are able to see your recent documentation on comparing the cash book transactions.
Okay.
Yeah,
So thank you so much.
welcome.
So when you save, of course, there was an issue of network, and then it refused to save. Went off. The message will automatically go to the mentor, and the mentor is supposed to review at an optimum time and give you the feedback. Yes, give you the response of whether it is appropriate or something needed to be added and all that. Now, whenever you finish documenting, go back to your page summary. So, in the area of financial reporting, it will show the score. How much have you really had? Yes, and it will show the percentage depending on the period, the time. It is the percentage is not dependent on the number of words you have documented or you have put in your message. No, it is the period mostly. How much time that they really cover. So, in financial reporting, we are supposed to cover up to 100%. That is completion. Yes. Every section. Yes. So when you finish that, of course, the mentor also will go on checking through. As the mentor also finishes whatever part you have finished, the percentage also will increase. And each one of us, the mentee and the mentor, these parts are supposed to be up to 100%. And from there, then the reviewer will come in, ICPA reviewer will come in at once and also does his part. Of course, is mostly going to interact with the mentee, the person who documented this. As, however, whenever things are not clear from the reviewer, we request the mentee to contact the mentor, yes, for guidance. But in most cases, if you find you are not really understanding it very well, feel free to give us a call or walk in to ICPAU. We have staff who can support you in this, just for guidance, not to document for you or not really take a lot of time, but to guide you on those areas you are really facing what challenges for just a few minutes, and you can easily continue and finish this. So after that, of course, we said go back to your page, browse that. I would like to go to non-technical. Non-technical, we said all these parts must be documented. Communication, personal skills and professional behavior, interpersonal and organizational skills. Each part has subsections. For example, here, under communication, there is a communicating ideas, and informal and information effectively and efficiently. That is verbally and maybe in writing. So, how did you do this kind of communication? There is also under that listening effectively. There is demonstrating the ability to ask relevant questions, documenting work to the office standards, then completing first drafts of external correspondences. Let's give an example of documenting work to the office standards. Yes, in this case, what are we supposed to do? In terms of, for example, in terms of communication, what do we document? Let me give an example of emails. That is one of them. Each organization has particular standard of documenting emails. Yes. For us at ICPAU, when an email comes to me, yes, I will just know this kind of information or email is not from an internal person. It is maybe an outsider, because there is a particular way we are supposed to document and phrase our emails. Yes, those are our procedures, the operating procedures here. So each organization has. Now, for you where you were, how was it in terms of emails? Yes. Let's give in terms of meetings, notices, yes, for meetings. How were they? Yes, documented. When you come to meetings, what are you supposed to do? Maybe you would want to document minutes. There is a particular standard of documenting minutes for, different organizations. Yes, the moment I access minutes, yes, I will know these are from my organization, or these seem to be outside because of the standard, the format, and all that, the structure of the minute page. So, for this case, what did you do? Documenting work to the office standards. And the standards do not only mean the format and all that, may also mean issues of time. Yes, when a meeting goes on, you have attended the meeting and you have been given a task to document the minutes. What is the minimum time for members who attended the meeting to receive those minutes? Yes, in case the action points to take actions. Yes, so these are some of the things we are looking at as office standards. So just like we did the other time, go to update, go to the date. Let's take we took. Let's take this time. Let's take. I think I'm taking 20. Let's take 2023, and then yes, 2023 on that date. I take 2023. This is okay. Okay, let me take that date. Then I can always adjust depending. I come to compose. What did I do in terms of communication? Yes. Your work was to do what? To draft the minutes? Did you review if you are at the senior position or you are among the people who are supposed to approve policies? I mean, if you're the head of that department, then you are the one to approve those minutes, yes, for where the meeting was held. Or if you are the head of the organization, I mean, head of that section which conducted the meeting. So what did you do? We are assuming junior person. My role was to actually take minutes or drafted the minutes of the department. Of the department, minutes of our department. Okay. And what did you do? And submitted them. Submitted to the supervisor, whichever is the supervisor for review. For review, as simple as that. So if there is a copy of those minutes, you can choose and attach, and then do what? Yes, and save. So it will always be captured. And now, when you finish that, go back. Go back to the page, browse it, and pick that another area. When you come to communication, we're here, you'll find that when I came here, it is showing this one here, not attempted. The reason is I must put the end date. Yes. So when I put the end date, let me put that this very day and update. Yes. So that is it. Come here, technical communication. We are saying communicating ideas. So when you look at it, you'll find that it is pending. Pending what? Approval of the mentor. As simple as that. So my pet summary, yes, something will be, when you look at communication skills, something is there at 33%. Yes. So these are some of the things you need to be what? To be aware of. There is no big thing. Don't overwrite. Write a simple thing of what you did at that part. If you are at the junior level and you're the one who was at a drafting level, tell us you drafted. If you're at the middle management level, you are reviewing, tell us what you reviewed. And when you reviewed, what happened? You suggested the corrections, and then to the what? To the person who prepared. And then if you approved, of course, you approved after, going through and confirm that those were the true records or minutes of the meeting that was held. So at whatever level where you are, we can do dispatch. Yes. Don't say, me, I'm a student, me, I'm an associate. No. Yes, all of us can document depending on how practical we are applying it or we are gaining our skills in those organizations. Yes. If I'm a trainee, still state it. Yes. During my training or training sessions in maybe ICPAU, whichever organization you have, Uganda Matters University, give it Nairo Vacation, give it Arua Technical Institute. Yes, you can easily do what? Document. So does not necessarily mean you must be somewhere. If you are an intern or if you are a volunteer, please, the most important thing is documenting what you have been doing in line with this area you have chosen, and the technical and non-technical. Now, I'd like us to do one part of the reflective statement. But the word reflective means really you must have done most of the things when you come to reflective statement. The reflective statement is just to state how your experience has been through all those various areas in a given period, either year one, in the second year, in the third year. Yes. So reflective statements, because the period is 3 years, we divided them into half. So year one has first half of your recording this page. Yes. How did it really impact on you? Year one, second half. In the second year, first half, third year, we expect you by the end of third year to really confirm to us that you can ably apply the skills and all the skills attained, yes, in those areas with confidence and conformity and with minimum what? Support, yes. You don't need a lot of support, or even if you have support, you need support, but try to prove to us that you are confident of what you have learned, and if given chance, you can actually apply such skills in a place they really want you to give. So remember, when you finish this and the reviewer has approved, the mentor has approved and the reviewer has approved, it means your qualification, your eligibility to become a full member. And when you're a full member of ICPAU, it means you're eligible for so many opportunities. So, we expect you to do the work up to expectations of those areas you will go to. One of them is you can be a body member. Board is at a strategic level. So please, with this documentation and the exposure you have had, do support the boards wherever you are nominated or you are put accordingly. We say that accountants, in case we are not sure of the things, be ready to consult. One, consult fellow members, consult fellow professionals, accountants. Or if you can't, the laws are there. If something is in terms of the law, Google, get the laws, and then consult the law or the act. Then also, you can write to us, consult ICPAU. You can write to us anytime, and we shall always respond. If not, if that is not enough, schedule an appointment with us and come here. We give you all that, we support you in everything that you need for the smooth running of the organization, and giving actually information that will help members to make informed decisions. So members, we may not exhaust everything. Remember, this is supposed to be for 3 years, and we are trying to summarize on key areas that you need to really, key issues that you need to have on hand, yes, to be able to complete this in the shortest time possible. Documentation of PET, we don't require an essay. We don't require, a lot of words. Try to be reporting. Use past tense. Be straight to the point. What position were you? What did you do? Yes, tell us exactly what you did in about one sentence. You don't need so many sentences. If there is anything to support it, attach a document. Yes, as simple as that. Yes. So this thing is very simple. Feel free to consult the full members around your area, at least under my knowledge, and then at least every district has a full member. Yes, the chief finance officer of the district. Yes, and then principal internal auditor. Those ones by the Ministry of Finance standards, they're supposed to be certified public accountants. So at least whoever is, those who are far, get support from such members. And these days, CPAs are everywhere. Yes, even at the islands of Kalanga, we find the CPAs there. So, in the case you are not supported by such people according to expectations, we are always available. Our emails are open. Students at ICPAU, students at ICPAU .co.ug, okay, .ug.co, like that. Then phone contacts, you have our website, it has the contacts, or come to plot 42, 46, and 48. You will be helped as long as it is within working hours. But better seek for an appointment. Yes, write an email to request, and then we shall always support you. For that matter, I would like to request to end there. In case of any issues, we shall respond to them in the Q&A. CP Ambrose.
Okay, thank you, sir, for this wonderful presentation. Thank you so much, CPA JB, for the practical elaboration on PET. We pray that we will continue engaging these students regularly between you and me and the team here, so that they are able to really appreciate PET. PET shouldn't be a problem, but when people hear PET, they now start wondering, what is this? No, it's all about documentation. And if you have acquired experience, well and good. If you don't have, maybe you need to look for it. And we believe that as you study your CPA course, or as you are with your CPA qualification, you are ensuring that it adds value to you and to the people around you. That's what we believe in. So on that note, allow me invite our CPA, young accountant of the year, CPA Joseph Osako, who is a finance manager at AGA Insurance Company Limited. CPA Joseph Osako was crowned a young accountant of the year in 2024. And we all celebrated all over here in Uganda and beyond for that kind of achievement. He went through this PET as a student earlier in his career, but also along the way he has mentored many students who have also moved and become members, and they have also, and those graduates, those CPAs now are contributing a lot to our communities. So we want to take this honor to welcome you, CPA Joseph Osako, to take us through what a mentor should do in the next 20 minutes or 30, then we go to question and answer as we close. Joseph, you're welcome, sir.
Confirm, CPA Ambrose, that you can hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Oh, perfect. Good. Thank you. First and foremost, allow me thank you, CPA Ambrose. At the same time, thank the Institute for this wonderful opportunity. I don't take it for granted. But one thing I'm really happy is what CPA John Bosco has done. It has really eased my work, and I think all the members will really appreciate it. It has been a wonderful presentation. Without wasting much time, allow me to share my screen. And basically, I am going to discuss very little information and not much. Ambrose, confirm you can see?
We are yet to see your screen.
Just a moment.
We can see your screen. You may put in full screen. Okay. Yeah, we can.
Is that okay?
Yeah, thank you. We can see.
Just trying to see. Sorry. This is not what I wanted. Is that okay now, Ambrose? CPA?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Before we go into this, what you had requested me to discuss, let me highlight that all the members who have not become all the people, the students, the associates who have not yet become the members, allow me give you the information of benefit that there is something you're missing, which I think if you become a real member with this power, you really enjoy what it means to be a CPA. Finishing an exam does not mean that you're a member. Let me have that disclaimer. Finishing an exam does not mean that you're a member. So you're missing some of valuable benefits, but the most important thing I must say is, oh, sorry. Yeah. As a member, one of the things I think you need to understand is when you're with ISPAO, you're not just holding that membership. You're contributing to the growth and the integrity of accounting profession in Uganda. Trust me, trust in our profession. And with that, your Ambrose, can you hear me? Confirm? Hello? Ambrose?
Yes,
CP Ambrose.
yes, CPA John Bosco. We can hear you. Go ahead. Though there's some breaking because of internet connection.
Oh,
Mm.
oh, sorry. Thank you. So why does it matter for you to be a member? Having completed your PED, it is for your professional growth. It enhances your skills, and also you become it's like you become this kind of a person who will be reliable, because we can now track and monitor you. We can be you are now a regulated person. You're not like this kind of a person who does not belong in any association. So it is very, very fundamental. And then also it is for networking. CPA John Bosco, I think he had highlighted. There is where you will network with mentors, because through this process you'll meet people who will guide you, who have seen what you are going to see. Maybe they will show you the path which you might have missed. So there are very many valuable benefits for being a member, and also uphold our standards. You have to contribute towards being ethical. You cannot be trying to populate that pet thinking that you're just doing it for getting the CPA. We want to test the accountability. We want to know whether you're an ethical man, whether what you have showed there, it's really what you have done. So it's something which needs to be done continuously, and it will improve. And with that, it will try to put you in that ethical background, and you're practicing our ethics and you're holding them. It also gives you the career opportunities. It also gives you CPDs. Once you're a member, there are those opportunities you'll get. But talk much more on what the role of a mentor is supposed to be. Yes, you're going to populate the information. You're going to give us what you have said, you have written. But as a mentor, you must train, guide them. We have to guide you and ensure that what you have really captured depicts what the profession wants. We have to monitor the progress. I will in my later presentation, I will show you the people I've mentored and those who have finished. But I keep monitoring them. I guide them. I inform them that you have not done this right. I reject. Or maybe I will say that is not really the information. The same way CPA John Bosco was speaking. The language you're going to put in there, how are you going to write? Are you going to be in futuristic? No. We want to record what has happened, not what you will do. So we also keep providing feedback, majorly on the areas of improvement, even after the PET. We also keep providing you that feedback, also tell you maybe you're not in line with this, and ensure compliance as a mentor. Must ensure that whatever you're going to click and say it is approved, it is in line with what the PET regulation is trying to depict, or what the regulation wants us to approve. So majorly, that's what you need to know as a mentor, but ensure that the main important thing is you guide the trainees. You guide them, monitor their documentation, ensure that you give them feedback, and it should be in compliance with the PET guiding principles. So majorly, it is not like just a matter of saying, I'm now the mentor to this mentee, let the person just do, and you'll be there in position to say, now for me, I will be just waiting to see you have finished. No, you walk them, ensure that they go through the journey. Okay. So what is the importance of this documentation process? This documentation process gives evidence of learning. It will show both the mentor and also the ISPO that there has been a process. You have learned something, not only the theoretical part of doing exams, but you have translated that theoretical part into the practical part of ensuring that, like what he has done, what CPA Johnny Bosco was trying to do, is to look at the bank reconciliation. Yes, you have the knowledge, but we want to test whether you have performed the role, whether you have translated the knowledge you have acquired from the class or after passing exam into practice. Because the most important thing, you have to build confidence in the stakeholders through the work you're doing. We wouldn't also want you to go and perform work when you have not demonstrated that you have done it. So through that, we understand and we try to see, yes, this student has tried to pass, has gotten the knowledge, passed exams, has translated the same knowledge into the practical part of the business or anywhere, then we can be in position to pass. Then accountability. Yes, you will be in a regulated profession, but we also want to know that whatever you say, you will be accountable for information you're giving, that you'll become transparent. So we wouldn't want you to just gamble the information. Please ensure that whatever you do, whatever you're saying that you have done, it is totally what you have done. Not just because you want to finish this course or you want to get the membership and you start deceiving. That's what we don't want. Then the basis for assessment, of course, it forms the basis for assessment. If, for example, I'm your mentor and you have told me that you have selected the financial reporting section, and you have not completed the bare minimum, we cannot pass you. We have to ensure that you have been in the process and you have completed that. So I think with that, you'll realize that you will not just be a person who has said I've passed exams. It will be something which will give you a added advantage in terms of the practical part of the course, and also enhances your skills and also your ability to judge. So in conclusion, I must highlight, when a member is not measured by what they take, but by what they contribute. Please, even when you have become a member, we would expect you to continuously contribute to the profession. You can contribute socially, maybe to the community, by giving pro bono services. You can contribute to the society, or maybe by also doing maybe any charitable work. So we do not want you to just be a member. We want to see that flag of CPA in you, so that your body language, your actions speak about CPA. So we don't want you to just become a member and just keep quiet. So alone we can do little, but together we can do much, definitely. What do I mean? If you're alone, you cannot be in position to achieve. But we believe that when you come to this profession, we give you the platform. We give you that identity, that brand awareness of saying you am a CPA. Trust me with that. The sky is I think maybe will be the limit, but you'll achieve much. You'll even be shocked. So I want to tell you that being a member is not like just being in isolation. You're in a I can call it in a sort of a bracket which gives you an added advantage. So definitely, before I go to my page, I don't know, before I go to my page, I want to show you that before I conclude, allow me my page, show you what happened. For me, who's mentoring, what definitely I do, this is for the mentors. CPA confirm. I don't know whether Ambrose has returned. CPA Ambrose?
Yes.
Yes.
You can go ahead. Yeah, thank you.
Okay. So this is my page. I'm using my own page. These are the people I've mentored. The others I've already gotten. Norbert has already gotten. Deborah has already gotten. Even Elliot has already gotten our membership. All those ones. So that these 4 people I'm now mentoring. Some of them I've already guided them. Some have content. Some do not have content. So what does it mean? You can say that you have uploaded your information, but I can decide to reject because it might not be complete. So allow me use one person, like for her. You forgive me for my internet. I don't know why it's slow. So it has not documented. So this one, I have to continuously inform her that please ensure that you document. Now, once she documents, I can come and review and say, for example, I just go here, sorry. I go to the browser part. My internet is slow, forgive me. I go here, look at her technical, what has she done under financial. I continue reviewing so that I find out that what Bosco was trying to re-echo is actually what she has documented, and also continuously asking for evidence. I find out saying, okay, if then you have said you have done this, can you maybe share with me on your own separate email so that I can reconfirm? Okay. So allow me show you the one who has completed, like Norbert, what it shows. Now you can see what Norbert has selected his, what John Bosco was trying to say. It will show 100 here. Once I review here, it will show 100, then going to be completed by its, okay. But all this happens once it will be, as a mentor, you'll be notified of this. They will show you that this person has updated this information. You'll check here, you'll find what they've done, you continue on that cash book, you see it complete, will show always that information, and you'll read and see what they've done. Let me go to another student. Another student, this is the new student, still new. Same, still new, has not dated. But basically, what I'm trying to say, for the mentors, you are supposed to guide. You're supposed to give them information. You're supposed to check that whether what they have captured is really in line with what the PET regulation is trying to depict. So I think with that, Ambrose, I would want, maybe if there are other questions, that's what I wanted to share with the team. Understand, or maybe from the side of the mentors, or maybe from the side of the participant, if there's anything they would want to hear. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Joseph, for this wonderful guidance. And thank you, JB, for guiding members. We thank you, Joseph, for being for mentoring these students, and we congratulate you for these students who have so far moved out of your mentorship and aspiring higher. Now there are some questions on the Q&A. You may read through, and you may need to respond to one. From Anonymous. Okay, Anonymous is a student. These other first three are yours, JB. Kindly respond to Chaplain, Penina, and the Anonymous. Then when others come, we should respond to them. We have some time. Participants, you can raise your hand in case you are not able to speak. We give you an opportunity and speak from wherever you are. Thank you. JB, you can respond to those three.
Yes, thank you so much, my co-presenter, CPA Joseph and Ambrose. Someone is saying, do I have to respond to all the provided fields or areas in a section, or one area like banker reconciliation is enough to serve for the entire section? Thank you so much, Isaac. If you have been on, CPA Joseph emphasized, and at least he showed you the completed record of one of the persons he has been mentoring. It can't score to 100% if a section, even if one in that area of maybe financial reporting you chose has not been recorded. If any section is not fully recorded, yes, it will mean it will not score up to 100%. And the reviewer or the mentor will always tell you this area is still pending. Even the ICPA reviewer will not approve, yes, unless all sections of that area have been documented. So we say the sections, I mean the areas you can select are very many. Choose minimum the 3 that you can fully really document your experience. So whatever area section you pick, it has subsections, as I was explaining. Each subsection must be documented fully. Thank you for that. Then it comes to, someone is asking, provide an example of a reflective statement. Yes, a reflective statement is just telling us what could you have maybe learned. Yes, what experience did you have? How did you find the work? Yes, according to you, what achievements have you made? and what do you suggest? What does it forge as a way forward for you? Yes. So it depends. It varies from one section to another. If I've been more in auditing, my reflective statement, of course, will be in line with the audit. If someone has been in banking and maybe is a finance officer in the bank, the reflective statement is going to change, to vary. The one who has been at a local government, even the one who has been at NGO, and also the positions. I've seen some people saying they are in administration. Don't know administration, whether it is which section. Is it the head of the organization? Administration means a lot. Even the head of department is an administrator at that level. So, you have to assume which position. So your reflective statement is going to change, or it is going to vary depending. If at the time I started documenting, I was an accounts assistant. My reflective statement in the first 6 months when I was an accounts assistant will not be the same as in the next 6 months when I was an accountant. Yes, they will vary. And remember, the documentation in the first 6 months, I may be on tax. Yes. So the reflective statement is going to focus on tax. Yes. The exposure I've got, the achievements, maybe the way forward. What is it really showing me in the future? That experience I've got, what is it showing me for the future? Yes. Maybe when you come to when I was an accountant, what was the concentration on? Yes. The responsibilities of an accountant. So I was documenting. The reflective statement will vary in the next 6 months. You find that after 2 years, I've migrated to another organization. Initially, I was an accountant at Kakira Sugar Works, but now I am a finance officer, maybe in Plan Uganda. You see? So the reflective statement will change. I beg. Okay, someone wanted to do what? To give an example. Maybe I can say, if I was in audit, particularly in an audit firm, so I can state that on my recent audit with XYZ Limited, I realized that I could have improved my communication with the client. So that is it. I identified myself that there were gaps. And therefore, I say in the future audits, I will ensure that I provide regular updates and clarity of any issues or to the client. Yes. This experience has taught me the importance of effective communication in auditing. So, an auditor, yes, in an auditing firm, but I'm giving my reflective statement in a summary, given the non-technical areas, particularly the communication. I'm basing on that. That is an example of a reflective statement. For a certain section, a first year or a second year, depending, and second half. Thank you for that, Isaac. The third one from Dennis is saying, thank you so much for the presentation. Okay, this is just appreciation. Then network, hello, can I document in a space of 1 week and finish what is the acceptable timeline? It is fine. This is Maureen. It is fine. You can document if you have time. Yes, you can sit in 1 week and do this. But as we said, you must be able to prove, provide evidence that what you are documenting in this 1 week, in the last 3 years, or that period you have named, really it happened. That's why I say give attachments. Some attachments may be work you worked on, maybe issues of appointment letters, maybe issues of maybe your appraisal. If you have a copy, you attach. Those are some of the things that can evidence you are documenting in the shortest time, but you want to show what really transpired. So it is just okay. It is just okay, but our interest is do this when you have time so that you don't panic. Yes, you don't rush. Because in rushing, you will make errors which will cause the mentor to tell you to adjust. And also, when you come to ICP reviewer, your work will always be proposed for adjustment, which may, cause issues for you and get stressed, which we don't want. Otherwise, if that's the time you have, please do it. Nothing can refuse you. Asimo is saying, I am not a student or member, but already practicing some technical skills, financial reporting. Am I allowed or supposed to document? Asimo, sorry, you can't document when you're a student, when you're not a student. Because to access this logbook, you must log into the system using your account. So those who have accounts start as students and then finish the course and then go through this page and become full members like that. So it is not possible for you to do this when you are not what? Then is saying, what advice or remarks do you have to us who are still at university doing Bachelor of Science in Accounting and Finance, but with the major aim and interest of doing CPA? Please guide. Yeah, thank you so much, Dennis. Those who are still students and those who are planning to become students, we request you that you first register as a student of ICP of CPA Uganda. Then, because this page is required for you to become a full member. Full members of the institute must have enrolled for the CPA course, undergone through, done the exams, and passed. And then went through the practical experience training and documented it. And then from there, council approves you. So, first become a student, then when you become a student, start documenting. It will be, the petty logbook will be accessible the moment you become a student. Yes. So you cannot document unless you're a student, at least, of ICPA. Yes. So those who are still university students, ensure that you enroll for CPA Uganda course. Then that's when you can start documenting. Otherwise, if you have some information, join with those who are really members, those who are students, and share. See how best you share your knowledge with them, or they guide you, and all that through interactions and what it may help you. Of course, you associate with members. One time you get encouraged to become what? Member. You associate with students, of course, you get encouraged and become a student of what? Of ICPA. So, Dennis, it is well when you go through that. Penny Nanairoba is saying, how do I go about this when I'm majoring in administration role? Penny, administration role, documenting paid, we said it does not require a certain level. The minimum thing is you must become a student. If you completed the course and you are I don't know, the director of what, you are the head of what, you are the manager, whatever it is, you can document at that level. What are you doing at that level? At a senior level, of course, most of your work will be, if not reviewing, it will be approving. So what did you approve? Yes, you give us support for that. At your level, you are discussing policies. Yes, if you are at the senior level. So tell us, what policies did you discuss in terms of financial reporting, in terms of audit? Yes, at the senior level. Auditors come, you discuss engagement, terms, issues of management letter. Yes, you give responses, and all that. You receive what? Auditor's report, the opinion, all that. So that is it. Strategic level, document strategic issues that you have had experience on. Yes. So for that matter, Penina, whatever level you are, you can easily document. Actually, for you are even at a higher advantage because you have a lot of issues you are going to come across. Yes. There is no way you're going to allow a certain amount of money to be paid in terms of tax when you have not approved, yes, that amount. I don't think you can allow auditors to come in the organization when you have not really approved because all those things at administration level are in line with you. So the kind of administration I said varies. If I'm a head of department, if I'm leading a section, I am also an administrator. Yes, just like a director of finance, a director of what human resource and all that in an organization. Okay. Then it's still saying, can I enroll for CPA at my second year at university? Yes. CPA minimum qualification is senior 6, a combination of A and the O level. Currently, the minimum, we don't look at the maximum. The minimum, A level, 2 principal passes. With the O level considered, a minimum of 5 credits, English and mathematics inclusive. Those two enable you to enroll for CPA. The combination at A level does not matter. The 2 principal passes, the subjects are not our issue. Yes. If you did in PCB and you go to your principles in biology and chemistry, you can qualify as long as your O level has the minimum 5 credits, including math and English. So the combination does not matter. So if you're at a second year at the university, you actually qualify because being admitted at a university, I don't know whether you're doing a diploma or a degree, but I'm very sure if you are doing a degree, what I've mentioned could be the same minimum requirement at the university for a degree. So you qualify, you can register even tomorrow or today. You can go to our website, the details are there. But you also need a degree at any level to qualify to become a student. Then I think someone is asking, and what are the minimum requirements for the CPA registration? I've mentioned that. Those others, if you need, please, you may always write to us an email at CPA. We can always respond to you, or walk into our office. We have all information, or visit our website, www.icpau. You will always get that information. How many years does it take to finish the CPA course? Minimum years is 2 years. Maximum, dependent on you, the student. But we normally give 10 years maximum. Yes, because of the category of students we are handling, these are administrators. Some of them we have had. Someone is here today, tomorrow is going to be working at a branch in Malawi, so they may not be able to do the course. But otherwise, so many people have finished the course in 2 years, even those directly from senior 6. Actually, a younger age is doing this in the shortest time, 2 years, 2.5, 3. Yes, but of course, some can take 4, some can take 5, depending. Yes, even at the university, they put a course, a degree course is 3 years, but you find some people do not even finish in the 3 years. Others take 4, 5, like that. They have retakes, some don't well. So it is being upon you what is your reason for doing the course. In a case, someone is saying, Nairuva, in a case where you are currently working in an accounting field in the office, are you able to document? Surely you are able to document because there is that area of non-technical. but we expect you to have hands-on, can't get somewhere where you can have accounting related areas to have hands-on, volunteer or do part-time. If you find your work is making you busy from Monday to Friday, get somewhere over the weekend, you can get support in the areas of audit, tax, like that. Yes. So don't say I am working here, and if my skills, the technical areas I'm supposed to document are not applicable, therefore I will not document. Please, you want to become a full member, I told you this is a process that you must fulfill. Technical must be minimum of 3. Yes. The non-technical all. So I'm very sure the non-technical you'll be covered, communication and all that. But the technical, you will have to do otherwise. Get a place where you can do part-time work or do voluntary work over the weekend, like that, for purposes of understanding or gaining the skills. I am doing a Bachelor of Science in Accounting and Finance. Someone is asking, do you help? Oh, okay. Someone is doing Bachelor of Accounting and Bachelor of Science in Accounting and Finance. Can I enroll for a master's degree after completing of CPA straight? Yes. Very well. CPA, according to the qualification framework, CPA is equivalent to postgraduate. So after postgraduate, it is master's. So very many of our colleagues have enrolled to various universities with the CPA qualification, not asking for a degree. Yes. So if you want to get a degree, we have signed a memorandum of understanding with the Uganda Martyrs University. After your CPA course, Uganda Martyrs University aligned a degree that fits the gaps, or will fill up the gaps that the CPA will be having in terms of a degree. So you will do a 1-year degree, yes. But of course, the logistics and everything, Uganda Martyrs University can give you. If you want other information, please come to ICPA. But otherwise, you can enroll for master's straight with CPA even after from A level. That is it. We have information, not saying that it's just a marketing strategy. No, please. Then, do you help with internal connection in accounting, tax, or audit in order to get some experience? As I've already said, we've seen so many audit firms advertising with us. They want interns, yes. They want volunteers, yes. It is very possible, especially if you show your interest. But even in audit firms, you can also move to those audit firms individually before you wait for us to really publish or advertise on behalf of that audit firm. Otherwise, at least you must prove that you're a CPA student for audit firm to gain comfort, to put on their board, because they are so much interested in those people who are doing professional qualification, especially our CPA Uganda. Otherwise, if you want our recommendation, in most cases, it is through the advert we publish for those audit firms and the members who go through us. I'm very sure you received those emails of advert. Someone is asking, how is it possible to have CPA Osaka as a mentor? Yeah, it is very possible. We say you need to know the person who is going to mentor you. Try to interact with the person, and you see if his logistics and the time will fit into yours. It is not. Then the other thing, can you connect with this person? Yes, because if I'm a Musoga, and for you you are from a cupboard, yes? And some things we may need to make you understand, I may need to really come back to local language. So it may not be possible. The other thing, we need to meet physically. You are in Kabbalah, I'm in Usoga. What will happen? So, is it possible? I've told you those nitty-gritties of how possible it is. Yes, choose for a person. If you know CP Osaka as a person, contact him, meet him, and request. But of course, CP Osaka, there is a kind request here. If you are still on, you may throw also more light of that. But on behalf of the other members who are not here, mentors, who are not able to talk, that is what I can guide you, mentees or associates and students. What master's course can you do with CPA? I think this is Dennis Sesanga. Yours, I think, may need to really what? You may need to go to the university. I don't know what your interest is, but otherwise, for us, we are not offering masters. We offer professional courses. We offer CPA. We offer certified tax advisor, and we have been offering accounting technician diploma, which we are transferring to Uganda Vocational and Technical Examinations Board, effective next year. So, what master's course you can do, it is dependent on you. With a CPA. Okay? Because CPA is open-minded. So if you want to know what master's course you can do with CPA, go to that university that you want to study with and you get more information. Thank you. Then Penina Nairobi, I want CPA John Bosco as my mentor. As I've explained, Penina, yes, you may want me to become your mentor. I don't have any problem. But how are my schedules? Can you fit into my schedules? Yes. That I've given you some of the issues. I don't refuse, but the fact is, I may also have about 10 mentees. If you come when I have like those, the work may be too much for me. And there are many other people who can mentor you. Otherwise, I'm always available. If you know me, please feel free to contact me. We can discuss more. We are here to help each other. Can discuss more. If I'm not able to help you now or in the near future, we can schedule maybe in the coming in the future coming time, and we'll embark on this program or process. Otherwise, I don't refuse to mentor any person, but the issue is commitments. Yes. I love the way you have explained the connectivity with the particular mentor. It is indeed a core. Thank you so much. CPA Ambrose, I think I'll try to respond most of the issues I think were coming to me. CPA Ambrose.
Okay, thank you.
Maybe if CP Osaka.
For Joseph. Yes. JB or CP Osaka is your OB, but the name is still hard for you to announce. It's called Osako. CP Joseph, are you able to take on the mentorship of this person? Of Maureen, or you may respond generally on how someone should choose a mentor, because most students keep coming here to ISPA to choose for them the mentors, but then we tell them the guidelines don't require us to do so. Maybe you can respond. Thank you.
Thank you so much, CPA Ambrose. Also, thank you for correcting the name. I don't know why it's always it's confusing, but it's called the CP Osako. For Maureen, I think I can give her guidance. That's okay. I'm going to mentor her. Not a problem. I don't know how she can get my contact, but she can be part of. Then also in terms of choosing the best mentor, always ensure that you know the person. Try to ensure that the person is well equipped to guide you, not just because you have met them, maybe they're your relatives. I'm sorry to say, because this is really something you need guidance on, and you need to know why you must do it, because we don't want someone who tells you just finish that part, do this. No, you must understand why you're doing it. So that's what I can say, CP Ambrose. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. Mentors, you have heard from our fellow mentor on what we really consider while considering that we take on the students. And we want also to thank CPA JB for guiding us, the students, on what we need to do as the students. So many of the questions have answered them on YouTube. There was another, I told you this platform was linked to YouTube. So we arrived there and we have responded to some of the areas that we have raised. We thank you, CPA John Bosco Mugayu and the CPA Joseph Osako for guiding us students and members in how we can continue developing our profession. And we really thank you so on behalf of the Institute. I want to take this chance to thank all of you. We thank you, participants, for really taking this initiative to learn on the developments of PET. There is an article that is coming on in one of the magazines for students on how to deal around interpersonal and organizational skills. I'm sure you read through that article. Possibly it could help you to understand more on those areas. And also develop your ramifying competencies on how to continue moving forward. So we thank you and I wish you all the best. Let's link up next week at PMC for those of us who are practitioners and also aspiring to join to start accounting firms. Please, we will be at Hotel Africana. We should be able to interact more. I want to wish you all the best. Nice evening. Bye-bye for